What up, humans? Karumi here, and welcome to the Mobile Legends Bootcamp. In this video, we are going to talk about the mage, Aurora. Aurora has a good set area of effect, crowd control, and burst skills. Our Queen of the North, Aurora, is a mage hero. I consider Aurora as a burst mage since her skills, especially her ultimate, could really destroy the enemies. Not only that, her passive freezes enemies hit by her skills. Now, let me share some tips and tricks on how to use Aurora based on my experience. I will also teach you some combos and techniques on the latter part of this bootcamp. But before that, let me explain her skills one by one for further understanding. Aurora is passive. Pride of Ice can freeze enemies with her skills.
Listen to the sound.
Each time Aurora casts a skill, one charge of frost energy will be added to Aurora. When 4 charges of frost energy is collected, the next skill used will freeze the enemies hit by your skill. That your skill is ready to freeze when the bar above your head is red in color. All skills can deal extra magic damage to the frozen targets. This can be really helpful to disable enemies such as marksmen and assassins. Aurora's first skill, Frost Shock, lets Aurora fire a frost energy missile. Missile hits an enemy unit. It will detonate and deal magic damage to nearby enemies. Not only that, it will also reduce the movement speed of the enemy's hit. Take note that your passive skill works with this skill when your frost energy charge is at full. Bitter Frost deals magic damage to a specified target.
Listen to the sound of snowing.
This skill also reduces the target's movement speed. Take note that your passive skill works with this skill when your frost energy charge is at full. The skill is pretty good with your passive skill because you can freeze the target directly. Aurora's ultimate skill, Cold Destruction, summons a giant icy rock to bombard a designated area. All enemies hit by this skill will be slowed and receive a huge amount of magic damage. Surrounding enemies on the icy rock's landing will also receive magic damage and will also be slowed down. Take note that your passive skill works with this skill when your frost energy charges at full. Just imagine freezing all the enemies in the affected area. Amazing, right? Many items that you can buy for Aurora. You can either focus on cooldown items, or items that gives you high magic power and magic penetration. For me, I choose to buy items that grants cooldown reduction, magic penetration, and health points. As for starting item, you can consider buying Arcane Boots. This grants additional magic penetration and movement speed. Magic penetration lets you pierce through the target's magic defense. Buying magic items, such as Lightning Truncheon, will help you deal more burst damage. This item gives you magic power, mana, and cooldown reduction. Its unique passive will deal magic damage to your target and to other enemies when you use a skill. This unique passive has a short cooldown. You might want to consider Holy Crystal. This item gives you additional magic power. Its unique passive grants you additional 25% of your magic power. Another unique passive of this item grants you additional 15% magic damage after using a skill hitting a target. Your next skill will terminate the effect. This effect only lasts for 3 seconds, and it has a 10 seconds cooldown. Another item to keep in your tab is Fleeting Time. This item grants you additional magic power and cooldown reduction. Its unique passive grants Aurora's ultimate skill cooldown to be instantly reduced by 35% after an elimination or an assist. This is really good since Aurora can kill enemies easily, making your ultimate skills cooldown reduced instantly. You can also consider Divine Glaive. This item grants magic power. Its unique effect grants a certain percentage of magic penetration on your skills. In addition, its unique passive grants extra magic penetration when your HP is above a certain amount. Lastly, you can consider Blood Wings. This grants you magic power and health points. Its unique passive adds health points for every points of magic power added to Aurora. The item build for Aurora really depends on the enemy's lineup, so make sure to read each item's description so you can adapt in game. One of the best spell to be used on Aurora is Flicker. This can really help you survive team fights, even death. It can also help you chase enemies or attack enemies by surprise. Since Aurora has no mobility skills at all, this is really a must. In my opinion, the best emblem set to be used is the Custom Mage Emblem set. Custom Mage Emblem could provide extra stats according to your needs as a mage. Set agility to its max level because it can give you additional movement speed. Higher movement speed means higher chance to chase enemies or escape death. Setting observation to max level will provide additional magic penetration on your skills. Higher magic penetration deals more magic damage to enemies. That means your skills will be more explosive. Get Impure Rage to deal extra damage depending on the enemy's current HP. Impure Rage also restores your mana. For me, it's the best thing to get since Impure Rage has only 5 seconds cooldown. This makes her skills more powerful with Impure Rage since it has low cooldown. The mana restored by Impure Rage helps you to avoid buying items with high mana regen. Set second skill to max level first. Prioritizing this makes the base damage higher. That means you can deal more damage to the target with this skill. Prioritize first skill less since her second skill is what you need for damage dealing. Always upgrade her ultimate skill when available for upgrading. During the early game, you can use your first skill to clear out lanes. Not only that, you can also harass enemies alongside killing minions. Your first skill has a long range. You can use this to chase and kill dying enemies. Well, just make sure to aim properly. Your second skill is a burst magic damage skill. Using this skill on early game to harass enemies is no joke. No joke at all. Just imagine using this skill when your passive is ready to freeze someone. This gives you instant lock opportunity to disable your desired target. Combining your first and second skill creates a space from the enemies. With the slowing effect of this skill, you can either chase enemies successfully or escape death.
An enemy has been slain. Unstoppable.
Your ultimate deals heavy damage to the designated area. As much as possible, try hitting lots of enemies with this skill.
Double kill.
Combined with your passive skill, this is pretty helpful on team fights. Just imagine if you can freeze all the enemies in the area. This will make them disabled, freezing to death. Your passive skill is the most important skill of Aurora. You can go freezing enemies to death, and amplifies skills damage when they are frozen. I suggest you spam your first skill when leaving the base. This ensures that you have your passive available when going to the outside world. Always save your passive skill for emergency cases. On this scenario, I'm saving my passive skill. This is to ensure that I could disable incoming enemies instantly.
Request backup. Freeze. You have slain an enemy.
Flicker is what you need for Aurora. With no mobility skills at all, Flicker is what you can rely on. I use Flicker to chase enemies or escape death. Simply one-hit combo. Going inside team fights with Flicker to kill the damage dealer is a must.
Shut down. Killing spree.
Aurora's combo is one of the deadliest combo I've seen so far. With the ability to disable the target and let the enemy feel the wrath of the Queen of the North. This will make the enemies wish they were never born. Now, let's talk about her combo. I usually follow a combo for Aurora. First, I make sure that my passive skill is 1 full charge. This will make sure that my next skill will freeze the enemy. Freezing the enemy will amplify the skill damage taken by that enemy. Then, I use my second skill to my desired target. I usually target damage dealers such as mages, marksmen, and assassins. Now that the enemy is frozen, I can use my ultimate skill on the target without hesitations. Because the enemy is frozen, the enemy will receive amplified damage from my ultimate skill. Remember that you have Holy Crystal. Yes, your ultimate is now buffed with additional magic damage because of Holy Crystal. Then, I use my first skill while the ultimate is still airborne. This will ensure that the enemy will be erased from existence.
Legendary.
Same combo goes when using Flicker to go inside team fights.
You have slain an enemy.
Additional tip, regeneration really saves lives.
Enemy has been slain.
Small and white, clean and
Request back double kill.
Really, it saves lives. Just make sure you use it on the right timing. The tips I mentioned are just some of the ways you can use Aurora. This video just guides you on how to use Aurora the Kurumi way. So, once again, this is Kurumi and that's how you use Aurora. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and share this video. Also subscribe to my channel for more contents by clicking on the subscribe button below. For our skin giveaway events, check out the featured video on our channel for the mechanics. See you on the next Mobile Legends Bootcamp. Cheers!